this, and finally console.writeLine. Okay, ignore this. We'll talk about this. This is just a line break. After the output is a line break. Okay, I will call up. I already demonstrated this code yesterday now. So we have written this code for printing the values of a single dimensional array. We have written this code to print the values of a two-dimensional array. And today I have written the same code to print the values of a jagged array. I repeat guys, this is the same code we have written yesterday to print the values of a single dimensional array. The same code to print the values of a two-dimensional array. And the same code to print the values of a jagged array. Okay, I'm writing this code. Now compile the code. When you compile this particular code and execute now, I want to see all the jagged array values as it is. But if you notice it, I'm getting an error. What error? Cannot convert an integer array to int. Cannot convert an integer array to int. What is this cannot convert integer array to int? Here will be wondering there. Where did we do the conversion? Why is it telling cannot convert an integer array to int? Did you get my point? Where are we doing the conversion? Why is it throwing an error? Cannot convert an integer array to int. Okay, so this is a big question. What you will be having in the mind? Where did we convert an integer array to an integer? So why are we really getting this particular error? So this is going to be a real doubt in our minds. Okay, so let's try to understand about this particular thing, sir. Why exactly? Why are we getting this error? Why this error is getting published here? Watch, all of you observe. Int x is equals to 0, we modify on the top and we need to pass it. Why to modify, why to pass? What I'm talking and what are you talking? I'm talking about accessing and you're trying to talk about assigning. I did not talk about assigning at all. So our discussion is all about accessing the values. How to access these particular values. Okay, look all of you. All of you, what is this int? What is this int? This is an integer. What is this integer? What is this array of integers? What is this array of integers? Okay, what is this? Can anyone tell me? The first one is the integer. Second one is the array of integers. What is the third one? Array of integer arrays, yeah. Array of integer arrays. Not array of arrays. Array of integer arrays. Yeah. Okay. So first one is integer, second one is the array of integer, third one is array of integer array. Okay. Array of integer arrays. Yeah. Now answer this question. If I apply a for each loop on this, if I apply a for each loop on this, for each iteration, it returns an integer. If I apply a for each loop on this, for each iteration, it returns an integer. Now tell me, if I apply a for each loop on this, for each iteration, what it returns? In the first case, if I apply a for each loop, for each iteration, it returns an integer. Okay? In the second case, for each iteration, what it returns? For each iteration, it returns an integer array. Why again you're telling array of integers? Yeah. Integer array. For each iteration, it returns an integer array. Are you clearer? Now come to your code. What is it? You're using a for each loop on ARR. What is ARR? ARR is a jacked array. ARR is a jacked array. You're using a for each loop on ARR. When you use a for each loop on ARR, for each iteration, what it returns? For each iteration, what it returns? Right, just now you just said now for each iteration, what it returns? Integer array. If it returns a integer array for each iteration, if it returns a integer array for each iteration, how are you trying to capture this in an integer? Did you get the question? If it returns a integer array, how are you trying to capture this in an integer? That is only the error. I cannot convert the integer array to int. Are you clearer or not? So how to resolve it? To resolve it, this is how. You are required to capture this in an integer array. Did you understand, all of you? For each integer array in jacked array. For each integer array in jacked array. Are you guys clear? For each integer array in jacked array. So when the loop runs, for every iteration, one integer array comes. For every iteration, one integer array comes. Now what I am doing? I am using for each int I arr, and then I am writing console dot write I. You guys clearer? See, the inner for each loop contains a single line of code. The inner for loop contains a single line of code. So I can remove the curly braces here. I can remove the curly braces. So this is how you are going to do. See what I'm doing? Accessing. The values of the jacked array by using nested for each. Are you guys clear? First, do you understand that? Do you understand this, guys? Watch. Recompile the code, execute the code. Got it? First row 5 values, second row 6 values, third row 8 values, fourth row 4 values. First row 5 values, second row 6 values, third row 8 values, fourth row 4 values. I hope you guys are clear. Okay, guys. Last class I asked this question. Okay, what is the inner for loop doing? Last class I asked this question. What is the inner for loop doing? Do you remember? The inner for loop is printing the values of a row. The inner for loop is printing the values of a row. Is it clear, all of you? The inner for loop is printing the values of a row. Understood? See, the inner loop is printing the values of a row. The inner loop is printing the values of a row, and the inner loop is a for loop. I repeat again. The inner loop is printing the values of a row, and the inner loop is a for loop. Okay. If you want, you can write code like this. Guys, observe it. If you want, you can write this code like this. Like this, how means in place of this for each, you can also write the code for int I is equals to 0, I less than I arr dot length, I plus plus, console dot write I arr of I plus space. Like this also you can write the code. Accessing the values of a jagged array by using a for loop, in for each loop. Did you guys understand the code? Are you guys there? No one responds. Are you sleeping in the classroom? Be active and fast here. There'll be some answer. To separate the output, I'm just going to use a right line statement. And here I'm just going to print you a line, just a separator. Times I got the same output. Okay. Another way, I can print you the values in another way. 4 ways I'll show you. See, accessing the values of a jagged array by using nested for loop. Nested for loop. How can you access? Watch. For. Remember yesterday I showed you how to write a for loop for nested for loop for printing the two-dimensional array values now. Same way we are writing the nested for loop for printing the values of a jagged for. Yesterday I see the code. I have explained yesterday. I is equals to 0. I less than ARR dot get length of 0. I plus plus for int j is equals to 0. J less than ARR dot get length of 1. J plus plus console dot write ARR of not I comma j. Declaration is two separate square braces. I j. Not I comma j. There are two separate square braces. And then we are saying console dot write line. Did you watch the code yesterday? This is the same code I was explaining you yesterday for printing the values of two-dimensional array. This is the same code I explained you to print the values of a two-dimensional array. Do you remember? Okay, now, but today, guys, this code will not execute. But today, this code will not execute. This code won't execute today. Why, sir? What is the problem? Why this code won't execute today? The problem why the code won't execute is, can you answer this question? If I print ARR.getLength of 0, if I print ARR.getLength of 0, what is the output? And I am writing console.writeLine ARR.getLength of 0. What is the output? Perfect. 4. Yeah, perfect. Now, same way, if I say console.writeLine ARR.getLength of 1, if I say ARR.getLength of 1, what is the output? I got 3 answers till now. Someone said 1. How 1? I don't understand. Why 1 came there? Yeah, Rama. It is the correct answer. Rama has given the correct answer. What is it? It's vary from one row to another row. How are you telling 5 here? All the rows have 5. All the rows have 5 cells. All the rows, do they have the 5 cells? They're varying the first row 5 cells, second row 6 cells, third row 8 cells, fourth row 4 cells. Then how are you telling 5? It's a conflict or not? See, get length of 0 doesn't have any conflict. Get length of 0 is 4, no doubt. But get length of 1 is not going to be valid. 5, 6, 8, 4, they are not same. When they are not same, then this will give you an error. This is going to throw you an error. Why this will throw you an error? Because get length of 1 value is not same for all the 4 rows. Get length of 1 value is not same for all the 4 rows. Did you understand my point, all of you? Get length of 1 is not same for all the 4 rows. Okay, and because this is not going to be same for all the 4 rows, there is always a chance of getting an error. There is always a chance of getting the error. We are just going to get an error here in this particular case. Okay, then how to resolve it, sir? How to resolve it? Think yourself. When you are pointing to the first row, here the inner loop should be j less than 5. Am I correct? When you are pointing to the first row, the inner loop should be j less than 5. When you're pointing to the second row, inner loop should be j less than 6. When you're pointing to the third row, inner loop should be j less than 8. When you're pointing to the fourth row, inner loop should be j less than 4. Are you clear? Means the inner loop's value is fixed or varying. The inner loop is fixed or varying. Okay, all of you answer this question. I'm writing j less than, Did you understand this code? Yeah, perfect. Length of the first integer array. What is the length of the first row? What is the length of the first integer array? 5. But this is a problem when you go to second, third, fourth. So can I write here I? Can I use I here? Come on, guys. Can I use I here? Anyone has any doubts? First time I is 0. Then it is 0 dot length. Second time I is 1 dot length. I is 2 dot length. I is 3 dot length. So now when you're pointing to 0th row, it will pick the length of the first row. When you're pointing to the first row, it will pick the length of that first row. When you're pointing to the second row, it will pick the length of the second row. When you're pointing to the third row, it will pick the length of the third row. And guys, observe, are you going to get the same result or not? You can watch. Are you clear? You got the same output again? Okay, now? So this is the third way. This is the third way of printing out. So till now I shown you 3 ways of writing the code. I'm going to show you the fourth option also. What is the fourth option? Watch. The fourth option is, let me copy. In for each loop, you are directly referring to the row value, not index. That's why we don't say J there. But here we are just going to refer to the index. To refer to the index, we require J. See again. I copy pasted the same code again. Guys, look, I copy pasted the same code again. The inner loop is a for loop. The inner loop is a for loop. In this place, I can also use a for each loop. For each int x in. For each int x in, okay, ARR of I. Console dot write x. All of you watch it. Did you understand the code? Did you understand the code? That's guys. There are the four ways how we can write the code. So if you want to access the values of a jagged array, you have a chance of writing the code in four different varieties. See, all the four are giving the same output only. Verify. All the four are giving the same output only. Verify. Any doubts to anyone? Okay. So next. Next. Yeah, we got access to all the values. Fine, well and good. Now I want to do some assignment. I want to do some assignment. Come on, answer this question. Can I do assignment of values by using this code? Can I use assignment of values by using this code? See what I selected. Can I do assignment of values by using this code? No. Perfect. No, we cannot. Can I do assignment of values by using this code? Take your name, Ratna Kumari. Write your name in the place of X. Any name here, there is no issue at all. Ratna Kumari, any name can be used. If you want, write your name. Whatever name you want to give there, no issue. Okay? Look at that, all of you. Can I do assignment by using this code? Your answer is wrong. Your answer is wrong, all of you. I can do assignment by using that code. I can do assignment by using this code. You'll have a doubt now. Sir, you said for each loop cannot be used for assignment. Yes. Assignment is done in the inner loop or outer loop. Assignment is done in the inner loop or outer loop. Inner loop. The inner loop is for loop only, na? Think wise. The inner loop is for loop or not? So you can do assignment with that code now. We can do assignment with that code. Okay, I'll show you. Wait a minute. What about this? Can I do assignment here? Yes, no doubt we can do assignment here. Yeah, we can do assignment here. Can I do assignment here? Perfect. No. Why? Inner loop is for each. So I can do assignment in case of 2 and 3 only. Prem, I did not explain anything about the loop classes. I did not explain about a loop class at all. And you're telling I'm absent at loops. I did not explain about loops. Did I explain about loops, guys? That's what you learned in the C language. I am not explaining about loops. Okay? So all of you carefully listen. What I'm telling you, this again cannot be used for assignment of the values. This again cannot be used for assignment of the values. Why? Inner loop is for each. So where I can assign the values, I can assign the values in case of this code, and I can assign the values in the case of this code. Understood, all of you? Inner loop should be for loop, then only assignment can be done. Inner loop should be for loop, then only assignment can be done. Okay now? So guys, observe. Copy this code. How to assign values? Look at this. Look, guys, I'm doing an assignment now. How IARR of I is equals to I plus 1. Can anyone tell me what are the values assigned? Look at the code and tell me what are the values assigned. Look at the code and tell me what are the values assigned. What is assigned in the first row? What is assigned in the second row? What is assigned in the third row? What is assigned in the fourth row? Come on, all of you. Answer this question. Yeah, right. You're right, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 to 8, and 1 to 4. Do it. Are you clear? See, basically, what are you assigning there? What are you assigning? I equal to 0. I means inner loop, means column index. Array, I refers to a column index here. You're assigning I, you're just going to say I plus 1. I refers to column index. So what is the column index? Column index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it is 0, 1 will come. If it is 1, 2 will come. If it is 2, 3 will come. If it is 3, 4 will come. If it is 4, 5 will come. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, now? Next. What about this here? Can you do assignment by using Discord? Can I do assignment by using this code? Okay. Assigning values to a jack array by using nested for loop. Assigning values to a jack array by using nested for loop. Okay, just watch. I'm doing an assignment here. Look now. Now answer this question. Now tell me what the output. Now tell me what the output. What is assigned to first row, second row, third row, fourth row? No answer. Are you guys writing the code and testing it? Are you guys writing the code, checking the answer and telling the output? Same output is the wrong answer. Same output is the wrong answer. The output will be all ones, all twos, all threes, all fours. What are you assigning now? I plus, here you assign I plus 1. When you assign I plus 1, I is pointing to row or column or here? All of you, answer this question. I is pointing to, hey, brainless, column. I is pointing to column. Inner for loop is column, not row. Outer for loop is row. Okay, so you're assigning I plus 1, column index plus 1. So column index plus 1, see column index is 0, 1 comes. Column index is 1, 2 comes. Column index is 2, 3 comes. Column index is 3, 4 comes. Column index is 4, 5 comes. Now see, in this case, I is pointing to row or column. Array, again Kamal and Ratna Kumari. Where are you, yaar? Outer loop is row, I'm telling you, again you're telling column. Outer loop is row, inner loop is column. Now I is pointing to what? Row or column? The code is clearly visible to you here. It is row. Watch this code. In this code, I is pointing to inner loop, so column. Are you getting me? Outer loop always points to row. Inner loop always points to column. So here, when I say I is equals to 0, when I say I is equals to 0, it is pointing to what? Column. It is pointing to a column. So I plus 1, column index plus 1. Okay. So what is the column value? 0. So 1 comes. 1, 2 comes. 2, 3 comes. 3, 4 comes. 4, 5 comes. But when you come to this code, concentrate. I is pointing to the row now. I is pointing to the row now. Okay, what's the I plus 1? Now column index plus 1 or row index plus 1? Array, now I plus 1 means column index plus 1 or row index plus 1? Row index plus 1. So now you just observe it. If it is 0, 1 comes in the first row. If it is 1, 2 comes. If it is 2, 3 comes. If it is 3, 4 comes. See the output. See the output, all of you. It is clear, all of you? Okay, that's what. So this is how you work with a jagged array. Accessing the values and assignment of the values. So in how many ways can I access the values? 4 ways. In how many ways can I assign the values? So accessing the values can be done in 4 ways and assignment of the values can be done in 2 ways. Okay, now? Fine. Next, say assigning values to jagged array at the time of declaration. Assigning values to jagged array at the time of declaration. How to assign? All of you observe this int ARR is equals to int ARR is equals for 2-dimensional array I explained yesterday, and same like this for jagged array also. Okay. Here I'm just going to assign 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These are the values of the first row. These are the values of the first row. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Values of the second row. Third row. Fourth row. Are you clear? So is it the same way I explained yesterday with the 2-dimensional array assigning values to a 2-dimensional array at the time of declaration? This is the same thing I explained yesterday, assigning values to a 2-dimensional array at the time of declaration. Are you clearer, guys? But when you come to jagged array, it is a little bit different. Yes, this is not the correct thing here. For a jagged array, it is a little bit different. How do you write, new int of 5. For jagged array, we need to write like this. New int of 6. New int of 8. And a new int of 4. Are you guys clear? Okay. So this is the process. This is the process. How you assign values? How you assign values to a jagged array at the time of declaration. This is the process how you assign values to a jagged array at the time of declaration. Declaration time, you can assign the values in this particular style now. Okay. Next. What is the next thing? The next thing is, guys, listen. Just like see, we have implicitly typed variables. Remember, var I is equals to 100. We learned about it. We can declare variables by using the var keyword. Implicitly typed variables. Var I is equals to 100. We have implicitly typed variables. Just like that, we also have implicitly typed arrays. Implicitly typed arrays. What's it? We can declare arrays also by using var keyword. IARR is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And remember, what is IARR? IARR is an integer array. Are you clear? Sorry guys, like this. We can declare arrays also by using the var keyword. Just like we can declare variables by using var keyword. We can also declare arrays by using var keyword. Okay. Now answer this question where DARR is equals to mu of. Tell me now. Uh, 34, 34.56, 56.78, 78.90, and 90.12. Tell me what is this? Double array. Double array. Okay. Double array. Yeah. Mu of. Mu of. AIARR is an jagged integer. Are you guys clear? Yeah. So these are implicitly typed arrays. Next. Next. Guys, listen. How do you take input into a program? How do you take input into a program? We read the input into a program by using read line statement. Am I correct? That is somewhere in the right side corner here. How is it obstructing you? How is that obstructing you? I'm typing in the left and that is somewhere at the right. Okay. So what I'm telling you, how do you read input into the program? We read input into a program by using read line. One day we have written a program. What is it for adding two numbers? When you run this add nums, it asks you enter first number, enter second number, and prints you the sum of the two numbers. And to read these numbers, we just used a method called read line. Okay. Now, apart from the read line, there is another way how you can send input into a program. Apart from that read line, there is another way how you can send input to a program. What is that? Watch. I'm writing a program. I'm writing a class with the name params. I'm writing a class with the name called params. Okay. Using system class params static void main I'm writing a simple program. I did not write any code in this. I did not write any code in this. Okay. Now compile the code. params.cs. And run the code also, you don't get any output because there is nothing present. Just a small class you have implemented with a main. But see guys, when you're executing this program, params, you can pass a set of values to the program like this. We can pass a set of values to the program like this. You can pass a set of values to the program like this. Guys, look at this. How many values am I passing? How many values am I passing? Come on, yaar. Params is the name of the program. And you're passing a set of values. How many? 5. Every value is separated with a space. Every value is separated with a space. You can pass a set of values to the program like this. I repeat, guys, you can pass a set of values to the program like this. How many values can I pass like this? Or any number of values. Okay. And what do we call this as? We call this as command line arguments. We call this as command line arguments. This way of passing values to the program is called as command line arguments. We call this as command line arguments. So we are passing values to the program by using the concept of command line arguments. And now, listen, when I hit the enter key here, all these values gets loaded into the program. When I hit enter key here, all these values get loaded into the program. So whatever values I enter, all these particular values will be loaded into the program actually. I repeat, guys. When I hit the enter key, all these particular values gets loaded into the program. How many values I enter there? All these particular values are loaded into the program basically. Hit enter. But no outputs are, yes guys, they are loaded. But after loading there, they are stored. That is the question now. So if I use a read line statement, you're using string s1 is equals to console.readline. String s2 is equals to console.readline. But here, the values are loaded where? Will be a confusion for us. Okay, let me clarify. All these values, if you want to capture for the main method, you're required to take a string array as a parameter. For the main method, you're required to take the string array as a parameter. If you take a string array as a parameter for the main method and recompile the program and execute the program, watch it guys. These 5 values are now taken into the array. The 5 values are now taken into the array. All these particular 5 values are taken into the array. So where these values are, the values are present inside of the array. You can print and see. You can print and see them also. How to? For each string str in args. For each string str in args, console.writeLine args. Sorry, console.writeLine str. Can you see that? Got it, all the values? Hello? Understood? You got back all the values, see? Whatever values you entered there, all these values are back. So where these values went, all the values went to the array. All these values went into the array. And very importantly, remember guys, we can pass any number of values like this. We can pass any type of values like this into the program. We can pass any number of values as well as any type of values in this way into the program. And we call them as command line arguments. So guys, remember what do we call? We call them as command line arguments. These are all called as command line arguments. Okay. So this is command line arguments of your pass. So without using read line, we can pass it like this also. I'll show you the advantage with this. I'll show you the advantage with this. Earlier, we written a program called add nums. By using this program, how many numbers can you add? Come on, answer. 2 members. If I want to add 3 numbers, then what to do? We need to write another program. If you want to add 4 numbers, another program. 5 numbers, another program. Array like this. For every set of numbers, you require to write one program. Here, 2 numbers, 1 program. 3 numbers, 1 program. 4 numbers, 1 program. 5 numbers, 1 program. 6 numbers, 1 program. 7 numbers, 1 program. Like this, you just require to write one separate program like this for each and every set of numbers. Is it easy? Tell me, guys, is it easy writing multiple programs like this? No, it's not going to be easy to write multiple set of programs like this. So to overcome this particular problem, you can do what? You can write a program. That can read. You can write a program that can read a given set of numbers. I repeat, you can write a program that can add a given set of numbers. I want to write a program that can add a given set of numbers. How many? Any number, guys. If I give 10 numbers, it has to add all the 10. If I give 20 numbers, it has to add all the 20. How to write that code? Watch this. I'm writing a program. We'll name the program as addparams.cs. Addparams.cs. Using system class addparams. Static void main, and here I'm passing a string array as a parameter, string args. Okay, here I'm declaring one variable, double sum is equals to 0. I'm adding a variable, double sum is equals to 0. Now, the user at the time of executing this program can pass a set of numbers to it. Suppose the user is passing 5 numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Assume the user is passing 5 numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All the values comes into args. Now I'm writing the code. What? For each string str in args, I'm picking each string. And I'm writing sum is equals to sum plus double dot parse of str. Guys, did you understand the code? I'm picking one by one value from the array and adding it to the sum now. I am picking one by one value from the array, converting into double, and then adding it now. Array, Prem, you're telling only one thing. 2 things we are doing. We're converting into double and also we are adding. We are converting into double and we are adding. Both the 2 things we are doing. Okay. Now, once the loop execution is completed, what sum contains? The sum contains the sum of all the numbers. Once the loop execution is completed, sum contains the sum of all the numbers. What it? Console.writeLine. Sum of given args.length numbers is sum. So what will this print you? Suppose if 5 numbers are given, it will print you sum of given 5 numbers is, it will print you the sum. If you give 10 numbers, it will print you sum of given 10 numbers is, and it will print you the sum. So observe it, all of you. CSC add params.cs. Somewhere there's a mistake. Quotes. Yeah, thank you. I did not end the quotes. Guys, observe. Add params. I am passing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. How many? So, guys, what is the sum of all the 5 numbers? Come on, tell me the sum of the 5 numbers. Got it? See? Got it? I wanted to add 10 numbers. I'm adding 10 numbers. See the output. Is it clear, all of you? You can give any number, integer, double, whatever it is. It will add you and gives you the sum of all the numbers. Now see, this is easier, or writing a separate program for adding a given set of numbers is easier. For 2 numbers one program, 3 numbers one program, 4 numbers one program, 5 numbers one program, 10 numbers one program is easier, or this is easier. Are you guys clear about command line parameters? So guys, till now, I have been explaining about the basic fundamentals of your language. Till now, I was explaining about the basic fundamentals of your language. Okay, up to here, I just explained you the basic fundamentals of the language, command line arguments, and all these particular things are what I just been taught you till now. Arrays, jump statements, conditional statements, are a lot of things I just been taught you in this process. For loop, for each loops and all. Okay, we have been just done with all these things. Yeah, this is about the command line arguments, what I explained you right now. This is about the command line arguments, what I explained you right now. And you can, the program for adding the given set of numbers, a program for adding a given set of numbers. So if you just see, this is where I stopped it. Till now, guys, we are writing code in Notepad. Till now, we are writing code in Notepad. Am I correct? Till now, we are writing code in Notepad. Am I correct? Tomorrow, I will teach you. Tomorrow, I'll teach you how to write the code in Visual Studio. Tomorrow onwards, I'll teach you how to write the code in Visual Studio. From tomorrow onwards, we'll see writing code in Visual Studio. And after completing that, I'll start with object-oriented programming. Guys, be up to date. Practice each and everything what I explained you till now. Don't put any setbacks. Okay, from tomorrow, we'll start with working with Visual Studio. And also from tomorrow, I am going to teach you about object-oriented programming. We'll start object-oriented programming also from tomorrow. Okay, so bye guys. Have a nice day. We'll meet tomorrow.
Recording stopped.